there is an argument for God from morality. The argument goes like this. Number one, there are moral absolutes. In other words, there are things that objectively really are right and wrong. Number two, moral laws or moral absolutes imply the existence of a moral lawgiver. There must be some kind of transcendent source of these moral absolutes. It's not just people's opinions. Number three, therefore, there must be a supreme moral lawgiver. And of course, Christians and other theistic faiths recognize that moral lawgiver to be God. Now, I'm going to admit something. Hold on. I'm going to admit something. I admit this is not one of my favorite arguments for the existence of God. I think it's a very good argument, but I say that it's not one of my favorites because I've talked about it with other people, and I realize it doesn't have the persuasive force of some other arguments. It seems to me, again, just in discussing this with other people, that it's an argument that perhaps it requires a little bit more time and reflection. You have to ponder it perhaps a little bit more to get the real force of it. However, I do recognize that it is a valid argument, and that's why I'm sharing it with you, terrific, wonderful folks. Now, I know that one of the objections, not the only objection, one objection to this argument has to do with the whole idea of the existence of moral absolutes. Like if I say there are moral absolutes, which is part of the argument, like if I say there are things we all know to be right or wrong, someone might object and say, no, I disagree, that's wrong. There are no moral absolutes. But recognize, the person who says there are no moral absolutes is essentially saying, I'm right, Dan, and you're wrong. Right? Wrong. In other words, this person is appealing to the very concept of right and wrong in order to make the point that there is no right or wrong. You know what? I have gotten some really interesting feedback on these little videos that I've made about arguments for the existence of God. I appreciate that, and I'm really curious to read your comments regarding this one.